Good morning, teachers. It's Friday the 13th. That's right, September 13th. And it's the first day of the Mid-Autumn Festival going on right now in China. So, is this the end of online English teaching? You will never be the same teacher again after this video. So, what's going on, Camden? Well, a lot in the OET world, that's online English teaching. There's so many changes, so many shifts going on right now in our world. Many teachers are concerned about the hours being slashed, cut, due to the new 9 p.m. curfew, Beijing time. And even some of us now are being more and more concerned about the possible requirement of a bachelor's degree to continue teaching English online. But instead of speculation, instead of analyzing every little scenario, endless scenario, let's remember this. Let's be clear on this. We are living, that's right, we are living in the most amazing time ever to be a teacher. Are we living in the golden age of teaching? Are we? Well, the rise of ESL, the rise of people learning English online all over the world is increasing year after year. More and more people know the significance of having English as a second language in their life. But there are also precautions that we must realize with any rising industry. So we have to understand that the rise of these online English teaching companies is on the backs of investors, angel investors, even people like Kobe Bryant. That's right, look it up. Kobe Bryant invests into online English companies. Try it out. So now, with the new regulation for time, the amount of hours total being taught by one teacher, that's 5 hours on average, 5 hours a week for one teacher. Multiply that by 100,000 teachers. That's a lot of money that's going to be lost due to this new regulation. And the more regulation, it's just going to steer investors into different directions, because they know that things are getting tightened down, right? And that scares away the investment money that a lot of these online teaching companies need to keep growing and expanding right this very second. So, what you need to remember is, with these investments, all these online English teaching companies, most of us know about 5, maybe 3 of the top ESL companies out there. Don't need to say any names, but most of us know the top 3, top 5 online English companies out there on the market. You might be working for one of them right now. It's so competitive right now. So many companies. trying to be number one, trying to knock out the competition by any means necessary with any industry, right? So when I made this video, it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of notes that I wrote last night and even this morning, the last half of the page before I started this video. So what do we do now? What do we do now, Camden? Well, if you understand what's going on right now, then you'll start to realize you need to start creating your own lesson content. That's right. You need to start learning how to create your own lesson plans. Why? Because these online companies already have the lesson plans made for us. The materials are ready to go. We just need to go interact with the lesson slides and improve the students' English. But what happens if we don't have lessons to fall back on? Do you know how to create? Do you know how to make lesson plans for different age groups, for different types of students, different cultures? Are you going to understand what the student needs at that given time? And not only that, but how to do assessments, how to give proper feedback, how to show a path of the curriculum that is going to be able to produce results for the student. Now, when I'm shooting raw right now, especially on something that I've prepared for like this, I may have to glance at my notes to make sure that I didn't miss anything. And I'm not going to worry about what someone may click out of my video right now, because what I'm saying right now is so critical to all of us. Something else to remember. Why are there so many people learning English online? And that's because it's more affordable, more convenient, and people don't have to be stuck in traffic after work to go pick up their kid or kids at the English Center. They can come home after work, eat dinner together. The student has more time to focus on their homework in their home, right? So there's not a lot of moving around. Everything is in one piece, all together, very simple, very easy. So what would you do if there is no more online English teaching companies? What would you do? It's a great question, and you need to think about it, because you don't want to be someone that is, number one, behind, and number two, unprepared in difficult situations, because I've been in many difficult situations. But I had enough belief in myself to believe in my purpose, to believe in my vision, and surround myself with positive energy. And that's another thing you need to be fully aware of. What you're listening to, what you're watching every day. What you're listening and watching to every day is going to have a profound influence on what you can create in that day. And it's going to determine a little bit for what happens tomorrow, and slowly gets into your subconscious. So now I only consume information that is inspiring me, uplifting me, motivating me, bringing me into a better place than I was before I clicked into it. You have to have the self-control. You have to have the self-discipline. Because if you don't, life's going to keep getting harder. And you're going to get more frustrated. But when you start to tap into your zone, your purpose, then you can get out and start creating. Just take a look at this. All these pages of notes, front to back, from the past 10 days. Because it doesn't matter how many people are watching these videos. It doesn't matter how many people give me a thumbs up or how many subscribers have clicked the button below. What matters is I'm living in my purpose. I'm doing something that makes me happy. And so that I can go to bed and sleep really well and wake up happy. Wake up ready to go. How many of us out there are waking up in the morning and not excited about what we're going to do? Well, it's happened to me too. And that's how we all need to remember to have the balance. That nature is the key for balance in our lives because we're always on our devices. And the more time we spend on our devices, the more time we need to be in nature. Not only to offset the EMFs and the radiation from these devices, that's why I got the blue light glasses on, but also to reconnect yourself from where we truly come from. And then when we get back in front of the screen, it's in a new perspective. It feels different. Your mind is different. You're more mindful of what you're writing, what you're typing, what you're clicking into. So I like to create lesson plans. I enjoy creating a curriculum from start to finish, table contents, all of that. Do you? You know, a lot of online English teachers may have not been teachers before. So what will you do if there is no more online English teaching? And for the teachers out there who really enjoy teaching, study to become a teacher, or just really enjoy ages 4 to 14, or it doesn't even matter what age, they enjoy the process of helping people improve on their English language learning. So as I finish up this video, I really hope that you can start to take out that pen or that pencil, get out your notebook, get out a piece of paper, and start to write down your goals, your dreams, your passions, how you can invest into your goals, dreams, and passions. Have a checklist each day. Write down a to-do list. Write down your biggest, most imaginative dreams. Don't think small. You got to think big. And each day you have to dream bigger. And not everything we do is going to be a success. There has to be failures along the way so that we can learn. The first time I created my ebook, the Ultimate TEFL Guidebook, I put it out on Amazon about 3 years. And I sent out some sample copies for free to about 5 people who had responded in one of the comment sections on a Facebook post. And I sent those books out, and only 2 people replied. Nobody was really interested to buy it, and I didn't even really get a lot of great feedback because I didn't have the experience. I didn't have the vision of exactly what I need to offer to people who are getting into the online English teaching world, teaching English as a foreign language, living abroad. But now I'm starting to get more into my groove, into my purpose, and manifesting more every day. So it doesn't matter what my success was with my first book that I created. What matters is I did it, I accomplished it, I finished it, it's done. Now I can put more time and effort into creating a different type of book, something more inspiring, more directed to change lives. So, I hope that everything is going well. And if it's not, do something that makes you happy. Do something that makes you happy. It's really simple. And if you're with somebody who is constantly bringing you down, we don't got time for that anymore. You got to move on. You've got to be in the right environment. You've got to be around the right people. I don't need a lot of friends, and I don't want a lot of friends, but I have a great social network all around the world. And to me, that's more valuable than having 10 friends, 50 friends, because not everybody in that friend circle wants to see you get to be successful. Not everybody in that circle wants to see you live your dream and accomplish your goals. It's the world we live in. So it's time that you create your own lane, create your own space, and move into your purpose. And the last thing I want to say, there's 3 types of titles that I'm going to ask you if you can give me some feedback. Which title sounds the best for my next book, my next ebook? Number 1, How TEFL Led Me to My Dreams. Number 2, TEFL Freedom and the Rise of Digital ESL Education. Or number 3, The Blueprint for TEFL Freedom. If you comment in the comment section below, when I finish that book, the ebook, I'll send you a copy just out of gratitude, and thanks for taking the time. So I want everybody out there to enjoy what you have right now. I have a lot of lessons to teach today. I'm not concerned or going to be worrisome if this big online English teaching bubble of investor money goes pow. I'm not going to be concerned about the possibility of something that I have no control over. But I do have control of my behavior, my attitude, and what I do today. And if you can take care of your behavior and your attitude, you can start to move into your flow, into your direction where you need to be in your life. And just because you're right where you are right now, and maybe things are not the best that they ever could be because you have your dreams, each day you can have small victories. Each day, each week, you can move a little bit into the direction of where you want to be. But nobody's going to do it for you. You have to be the one. You have to be the one willing to get the job done. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your time. It's greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comment section, how was your day? How many lessons do you have? What do you think about the online English teaching world? Is it amazing? Is it providing the golden age for teaching? Let me know in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts. It would be great to share right here in this community. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And one tip of advice that I forgot. It's not always easy when you got a lot of notes. If you're teaching at a school, even if you're not, if you decide to teach at a school, in whatever country it may be, and you're concerned about your future, if you really want to make teaching something full-time, as long as you're here, then when you're teaching at a school, you put out the word that you're willing to do tutoring on the side. A little bit of English language tutoring. Could meet up at a library, could meet at the park, could meet at an office space. The parents will bring the kid. And then you could teach for 30 minutes, 1 hour, maybe 2 hours. And if it's just one student and you do a great job and you can connect with that student and the parents believe that you're responsible and they trust you enough, they're going to tell their friends. And before you know it, you got 3 students, 4, 5, maybe 10 people lining up waiting to have a tutoring session with you so that their son or daughter can improve their English. Pretty soon, you have a high demand for what you're offering. Maybe you could set up your own English center. Maybe you could buy a little office space and have some tutoring every day. Break even and then make profit on top of that after you pay for the rent. There's just ideas I'm putting out there to everybody because I never know who might be watching this video. You gotta dream big. You gotta dream big.